Good morning. So I am up and on my way to work. It has been crazy these past couple of weeks since the holidays. The number of COVID cases has really been on the rise, but I am like 2 weeks post my first vaccination, and I just kind of want to give an update of what all has been going on since I've been vaccinated. Um, since I've had my first series of vaccination, I get my second one on the 1st of February. So, anyway, like 24 hours into the vaccine, when I woke up the next day, the arm where I had the shot was kind of hurting and sore. And my legs, I kind of had like some joint and muscle pain, but it only lasted for a little while and then I felt fine. Well, on Friday last week, which was almost 2 weeks of date into my vaccine, my left arm where I took the shot, it broke out in these two big red knots. And they were hard and they hurt and they were really red and they were hot to the touch. So I called Moderna, who is the manufacturer of the vaccine that I took, and I talked to them at Moderna and I asked them about that, and they, in fact, confirmed that several people have been calling in saying that this was happening to them, that they were getting these big red welts on the arm that they took the injection in. So I took an Allegra, and within 24 hours, the hard red knots went away. And since then, I've had nothing else. I have felt fine the entire past 2 weeks since my first injection. Um, I have not had any complications. I haven't had any really major side effects. Just the two red bumps that happened on my arm from the injection site. Other than that, I don't really regret. I was really, really on the fence about taking the vaccine. I was really scared and nervous about it because we don't know what it's going to do to us down the road, you know. But I don't regret it. I feel obligated as a nurse, as a mother, as a grandmother, especially for me, because I'm in COVID all day, every day. I'm exposed to COVID every single day. So I really felt obligated to protect myself so that I don't take it home to my family, especially my granddaughter. My granddaughter just turned a month old. I would really not want to take this virus home to her. So, to each their own. It's your own preference whether or not you want to get vaccinated. Um, I suggest that if you do have any underlying health conditions that can cause you major complications, if you happen to contract COVID, I suggest that you do. It's only good for 1 year. The vaccine will only last for 1 year. It does not protect you for a lifetime. So, in a sense, it's a lot like the flu shot. It's something that you have to take yearly if it's something that you choose to do. I don't know, like, I was on the fence about it because I've been working COVID since COVID hit, and I've never contracted COVID. I'm very careful about, my wearing my PPEs and my N95s and my KN95s and, my face shields, and I'm very careful when I take care of COVID patients. But at the same time, you never know. You never know. One of my coworkers who took the vaccine, she did actually test positive for COVID yesterday. So, is it working? I don't know. They did say that it's 2 injections before you're fully protected. So, we've only had our first injection. We don't get our second injection until the 1st of February. But I did have a coworker who did in fact take the vaccine. She actually got injected with the vaccine right after I got injected with the vaccine, and she did test positive for COVID yesterday. So, is it related? I don't know. Is it working? I don't know. I have no answers. But I can tell you that I've been vaccinated with the first shot. I had very few to mild side effects from it, and I'm still COVID free. So, I don't know. Is it luck? Is it just the fact that, like, I'm very careful and cautious about what I do? I can't answer that. So I guess we'll just have to wait it out and see what happens. So after those bumps appeared on my arm last Friday, I kind of started to get a little bit nervous about taking the second injection that I have to take. But I've came this far, so I might as well see it through. I hope all of you are staying protected. I hope all of you are staying safe. Just because there is a vaccine out there, it doesn't mean that COVID is getting any better. they did say that, like, people who take the vaccine who still contract COVID, they said that, the vaccine is not 100% guaranteed to stop you from catching COVID. It's supposed to, like, stop you from getting a severe case of COVID. I believe that, Jamila. I 100% believe that. The medical field, we are test rats. We are lab rats, and I think that's why they started with the phase of the first phase of the vaccine of giving it to nurses and doctors and people in healthcare, is because we're still in that trial phase. We're still in that trial phase. And like I said, to each their own on who wants to get vaccinated. You have that right. You have you have the choice not to. But honestly, what I see coming down the road, the government cannot force you to take a vaccine. They can't hold you down and force you to take a vaccine. But what I believe that they're going to do is they're going to start restricting the things that you can do in your normal daily life if you're not vaccinated. It's going to come down to the point where you can't fly on an airplane if you don't have some type of proof that you've been vaccinated. It's going to come down to the point where it's going to be restaurants you can't go sit down and eat in if you haven't been vaccinated. It's going to be stores that you can't go shop in if you haven't been vaccinated. So while they cannot physically force you to take a vaccine, I honestly believe they're going to start restricting the things that we're allowed to do. So do you comply, or do you conform, or do you rebel? I don't know. That's your personal choice. I know that the vaccine is not intended for children. They have not developed any type of vaccine for children at this point. In fact, it's recommended that anyone who takes the vaccine is 18 or older. I guess they figure if we protect ourselves, we'll protect our children. I don't know. There's still a lot of unanswered questions. I didn't get paid to take the vaccine. I didn't get a big fat check for saying, here you go, thanks for participating. I didn't get nothing like that. Honestly, Dookie, it would be easy for someone to do that, you would think. However, let me tell you how this is going down. They're not even sending the vaccine to hospitals, facilities. They're not doing that. So they're not sending out the vaccine. They have a team of people. Like for me, it was a pharmacy. They're having like a team of pharmacists come in and inject you. So we don't even have access to the vaccine. The only access to the vaccine that we had was what was given to us in the day that we took the injection. So being able to forge a document would be incredibly hard, because the document that you get, the documentation that you get with the vaccine, comes from the pharmacist or the pharmacy that administers the vaccine. So it's like they don't even trust us to hold on to the vaccine ourselves. But it's funny that you brought that up to me, because we were just talking the other day, a bunch of coworkers and I. This is like prime time flu season, and we have had not one single case of the flu. And we usually see thousands of cases of flu. We have seen no flu. No flu. And I did 7 flu tests thinking that, okay, well, if their COVID test is negative, if their lab work is negative, if their chest x-rays are negative, it's got to be the flu. So I did like 7 flu swabs and they were all negative. It's crazy. So some people are just coming down with like the common cold that's presenting with signs and symptoms of COVID and the flu. But it's not, it's just a common cold. Then they say that second strain of COVID is hitting. Okay, well, they don't know. They can't give us an answer. I've asked, like, okay, so is this COVID injection that I'm taking, is it, will it protect me against the second strain that's coming out? And honestly, they don't know. They have no answers for that. So I don't know. But like I said, I did do the vaccine, the first series of the vaccine. I take the second one on the 1st of February. I had very minimal side effects. I had like achy muscles the next day, and then I had those two big red spots pop up on my arm last week. Other than that, I've been fine. Personal belief it's just the flu and always has been. They put a label on it to call it something else. That's very possible. Um, it's crazy. It's crazy because it hit so hard, and it hasn't gone away, and that's the problem. Is that it doesn't act like a normal flu. With the flu, there's like a whole season where you see active cases of flu, but flu tests are coming up negative. COVID tests are coming up positive. Flu tests are coming up negative. It's crazy. But I'm on my way to work. I just wanted to check in and give you guys an update as far as the vaccine goes and where I stand with it. You know, is it going to work? I don't know. Is it going to protect me? I don't know. I really don't. But at the same time, later on down the road, I don't want anyone dictating my life to me of where I can go travel to, where I can go shop at, where I can go eat at. I don't know. I'm not going to let someone control me in that nature. But then again, if you think about it, you already did by conforming to the vaccine. So, it's tough. It's a catch-22. Either which way, they're going to find some way to control you. It's a total catch-22. So, I am on my way now to get my cup of coffee and head on into work. I have a long day today. I don't get off work until 10:30 tonight, so I have a very long day ahead of me. But stay safe, stay protected, or don't. Whatever your belief may be, wear your mask, wash your hands, protect yourself, protect your kids, protect your families. And you guys have a great day.